Hello and welcome to the Push Button Profit Show, episode 19. Episode 19, the show where we introduce you to the creators behind the Make Money Online and Internet Marketing products. With me today is James Renouf, who is bringing out Crypto COINDROP on Friday, 14th of May at 10 a.m. Eastern on the Warrior Plus Network. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the Warrior Plus Network. If at any point you want to pick up Crypto COINDROP, there's a link just below this interview where you can go through to sales page and read more and see if it's for you. James, welcome to the Push Button Profit Show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you. So one thing I like to always ask people before we get into the actual product, Crypto COINDROP, which is going live again on May 14th at 10 a.m., is who are you and why should we trust you? What's your story, James?
Well, I've been in the marketing game for over 10 years now. Started out of need, and I started on Craigslist a long time ago, and I made an info product because I started doing really well with Craigslist, and that turned into an infomercial. So I started from literally having nothing to do with marketing to being in front of cameras, and it was just like a skyrocket. And since then, I've been really into the marketing game and created a lot of products. And for last 7 or 8 years, I've done a lot with cryptocurrency. So I was talking about Dogecoin, for example, 7 years ago. I was talking about NFTs 4 years ago. I just had someone that emailed me 2 days ago from my course from 2014, had 200,000 Dogecoin, and they just made 100K. So I was really proud of that, and that's something I want to share. And I keep that going. I keep letting people know about what I'm doing with cryptocurrency because I do believe that it is the future. And even though I talked about it 7 years ago, we are still so early on, and that's why I keep pushing crypto products to people.
And that's a neat segue actually into what we do want to talk about today, which is the latest product, Crypto COINDROP. And what's really interesting about it, and again, for anyone listening who wants to check this out, they can click the link below. You're basically promising to introduce people to a strategy where they can get crypto every single day with 5 seconds of work. And I think what I found really interesting about this, and this is not a world I play in, so you have to make this as elementary as possible when you explain what's up here. It's all without using any software or, interestingly, any money out of pocket. And that's a really interesting proposition because as I understand it, and this is not a world, you need to, normally when you want to mine some sort of cryptocurrencies, I understand it, you need to be investing in some sort of hardware, or you need to be investing your pound sterling or your dollar. You need to be trading some sort of currency, we could say it's fiat money, but some sort of real world currency into this realm. And you're saying, gang, if you pick up Crypto COINDROP, I'm going to introduce you to some sort of strategy or solution where you don't need software and you don't need to be investing your dollar or pound sterling. Is that a fair representation of what people be introduced to?
Absolutely. And there's so many different ways that you can get into cryptocurrency. And you mentioned some of them, but when you look at, I don't want to pick on Elon Musk, and I'm not Elon Musk, obviously, but he was really talking about cryptocurrency. To go back to what I talked about with Dogecoin, he pumped it up. And then as of today, now that we're doing this interview, he's all of a sudden hating on cryptocurrency, and he basically tanked the market for a few hours. And I'm saying, I don't want you to be in that point where you're putting in all this money and you're chasing these gains and that's exciting. But then when these losses happen, you're worked up because it's your hard-earned money. And I understand that. So I talk about how I get cryptocurrency all of the time. And I've made a lot of money doing this particular strategy that's in Crypto COINDROP, where I'm not using any money. So I'm not as affected by these ups and downs because I'm playing the long game, getting in early so that and another point that's on my sales page is I'm not claiming that I know all of these coins that they're going to crush it. And it seems like when you look at people, they're like, see, I told you a month ago, I knew that this coin was going to kick butt. And it's like, everybody's an expert. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but what I do is I accumulate these coins for free. And then when it does hit, I've got that portfolio that, oh, this one of these 15 hit. And now I'm laughing. And I say it really just takes one to make it happen. So again, no money out of pocket, collect that cryptocurrency, and then sit back and wait for those that hit.
That's really neat. And I must say you are being somewhat humble, although you're not a financial expert or offering any professional financial advice or anything that way. It's not like you haven't had your successes. I mean, with just this one strategy alone, you've made 62K yourself personally, but the sales page is littered with people who are taking action on the strategy that you reveal in Crypto COINDROP and your previous strategies. I mean, what's been quite fascinating in the run up to this launch, you've been peppering your emails, your front-facing sales materials with literally email conversations from people who were listening to advice you were giving from years ago about certain coins or taking certain positions on certain coins. And they've seen that come to fruition, which I think is really, really interesting, that you do have a you do have you haven't just emerged out of anywhere. This crypto coin drop strategy, which we won't reveal in full, you'll have to pick it up through the link below to see it, isn't just something you've dreamt up a week ago. You have a history of testing theses, trying new ideas, trying new platforms to do this. If I may ask, James, now someone listening to this, their ears are perking up. Oh, I can get in and get I can get cryptocurrency for free without losing any money and without having to invest in software. The part which I find quite interesting is this with only 5 seconds a day work, right? That 5 seconds a day. Now, whether it's 5 seconds or frankly, let's be honest, a few minutes, if for maybe some of the slower viewers, myself included, who want to jump in on this, without revealing what it is, what's that part of the strategy about? It's really quite interesting that you've actually talked about the lack of effort or lack of thing involved in it. Is there anything interesting you can say about that? Because it's not something you usually hear people champion whenever they propose new ideas to get cryptocurrency. It's usually money savings, or time savings, but not effort savings. There's a quickness to this strategy. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's, look, I'm obviously selling a product, but a lot of times when you talk about like a time savings, people aren't as excited about that. But I'm just being honest with what this is. There's so many different ways you can go about crypto, and that's why I have different products, because there's many different strategies. But I think this is going to resonate with people, not so much because of the time savings, although that's huge. I think it's great to not have to. I think your time is extremely valuable, although a lot of people don't necessarily agree with that or do that in their own lives. But I think time savings is huge, because I know I'm very busy. I know, John, you are, and probably most of the people that are listening to this are very busy. I think that's huge. But for me, it's more exciting the fact that you can collect cryptocurrency in a quick way. And when you dial this down, I mean, that's not an exaggeration when I say it's 5 seconds, okay? And I'm not saying, oh, it's 5 seconds and it's going to take you 5 hours a day to do it. No, it's extremely quick when you go through it. And so, again, my history's there. I've had the success myself. You'll see so many people on my sales page that have had success. And that's one reason, though, that I got out of making crypto products for a long time, is because back in the day when I made them, I had a lot of people buy my courses, but very few that actually did anything with it. And it frustrated me, because I knew this was going to be huge. This is going to be huge. And now I have people, unfortunately, 7 years later, that are like, I would have had $300,000, but I lost my wallet. And that's heartbreaking. But when I see that it works, I know it works. And you see person after person that has had success, it gets people excited. But unfortunately, there's 10 times as many people that took no action. So for me, it's all about action. It's not just about consuming my course. I think that's great. I'm glad you're supporting it, but I want you to take action, because I'm building this up and I love it. I love it when people are like, man, you crushed it for me. Like one person, he just casually writes me, thanks so much for making me 100K. I'm like, oh, you're welcome. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's just like, thanks a lot, dude. And it's like, okay, well, you're welcome.
So let me ask you, if someone were to jump into crypto coin drop today by clicking that link below and picking it up, is this something, this might sound silly, again, I don't really understand how the world of crypto works. Is this something that could get saturated if, frankly, 1,000, 1,500 people may jump in on this? Will that impact the efficacy of the strategy? If you reveal the secret of crypto coin drop, this secret strategy, will that impact other people's successes? Or is it something where there's a lot of space for everyone to grow and use this strategy so no one's losing?
Absolutely, it's not going to saturate. So it's the point is, it's simple, it's effective, it works, no money out of pocket, and anyone can do this without any technical experience, is really what this boils down to.
Nice. Right. So someone who's listening to this now, they're salivating, their ears are perking up. They've been hearing about crypto. They've been seeing Elon Musk get up to his tricks over the weekend, and they want to take a leap on crypto coin drop, and they do pick it up. What can they expect now, James, in the funnel? What are some of the upgrades which are there? And that's not to say you're keeping stuff away from people. They've got everything they need in that front end product, but should they wish to achieve more quicker, what sort of tools or upgrades can they expect in that funnel if they jump in today?
Well, number one, I want to be clear that when I sell a product, that is the product. It's not like, oh, you get an upgrade, but you have to have that in order for the first thing to work. It's nothing like that. So if you just want to get the front, everything is in there. Now, in terms of upgrades, I have an upgrade where I show you, the first upgrade talks about how you can get cryptocurrency by being taught cryptocurrency, if that makes sense. So there's ways that you can go and learn about cryptocurrency and get paid to learn about it. That is part of the upgrade. Plus, I have some other courses in there. For example, that course that made the person 100K with Dogecoin is in there, amongst other things. A product that I had on Clubhouse, which is a very big social platform that I took down after a couple hours. You can't buy it anywhere else. That's in there. That's upgrade 1. My upgrade 2 and 3 are other crypto products that I've had in the past. So all those products you can't buy normally, but you can potentially get them in the upgrades if you want. And one of them, which is pretty crazy, is using cryptocurrency, where I guarantee you that if you ever buy something on Amazon, which is the majority of people in the world do that, but I guarantee you will get 20% off anything you buy on Amazon by using cryptocurrency. That's in one of the upgrades. It's really, really cool. I use it all the time.
Nice.
And then what else do I have? And then, there's an upsell if you want to see what I do with product creation, because I've created lots of products. There's an upsell or an upgrade on that, and that's the funnel.
Brilliant. Well, James, thank you very much for that. Thank you for very concisely explaining what people are getting in Crypto CoinDrop without confusing some of the lummox like me who don't know much about this world. I'm certainly going to be actually taking a leap and picking up just to learn. And as you said, take action. Learning is not enough. It's taking action. Because James, I don't want to be like some of those people, when you were doing your first crypto product 7 years ago, who did not take action. I want to be like the guy who says, thank you, James, I made 100K. So I'll be jumping in on Crypto CoinDrop, which goes live on Friday, 14th of May at 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you so much, Johnny.